I think you had a buddy that had a McLaren, and you did that. It seems like an eternity ago. Do you remember your first contact with Kansas and kind of what that was like, and when you knew this was going to be your place?
Yeah, my recruiting with Kansas was a little different than others. I feel like they had a lot of other players in mind, and I kind of almost in a sense fell in their lap a little bit, wanting to come here a little more than they anticipated me to come. So I think my journey in that aspect was a little different, and I kind of knew this was my place before they did.
And what's it been like from playing in the national championship game to now kind of becoming the face of the program at DeWan? What's this whole? I know there's been ups and downs, but what's it overall? What's it been like? What will you take away from this?
I mean, this is kind of when you want to go to a place and you know it's going to be your 4-year place. This is kind of how you would script it in a way. Maybe I would want to win some more games, obviously, but I feel like personally, and me and Juan, I think Juan would agree that coming to this place and learning from those guys and then becoming those vets and that starter, I think this is kind of how I would want it to be.
You mentioned the recruiting process there. How much does that feeling of, you said falling in their lap, how much does that, or did it motivate you early in your career?
I mean, not really. It didn't really motivate me any at all, because I knew coming in a place like this, you're going to have competition. There's going to be great guys coming in all the time, and I think it wasn't a bad situation at all, because I just knew that I wanted to be here, whether if there was other good players here or not. I just wanted to be a part of this great program.
And thinking back over the last 4 years, what's your favorite memory? And if it is the championship game, what would be your second favorite memory?
Yeah, it definitely is the championship game. I think the second one would probably be that UConn game before I went to my mom's funeral. I think that was a very impactful and monumental moment in my life, and having that support right before that, I think that meant everything to me.
Looking ahead to your future here, you've been arguably our best player as of late. Just talk about the motivation to, maybe correct a year that's been frustrating for a lot of you and continue the outstanding play that you've been living up to the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if I was the best player, but I would say I've been finding a lot of good spots out there, and kind of using them not guarding me as much as other players against them a little bit in ways, and finding guys a little bit more open than they usually are. I wouldn't say correct is the right word, but fix a little kinks in how we're playing, and obviously have a big run in the Big 12 tournament and hopefully win it, and have a big run in March Madness, and I think carry on the momentum from the Big 12 tournament.
The historic success you guys have had on senior night, and the tradition there, and the opportunity to honor your fellow seniors, how much motivation is that at? I know you guys are just trying to get back on the winning track as well, but
I think senior night is a big night for a lot of people. It's a bigger night for the parents of the players that have sacrificed everything for them, and I think that's kind of who all the seniors are playing for. It's about the seniors, but I think a lot of it's just for all those people that don't really usually come to your games and help you play really good for them, that people that doesn't really get a chance for you to play but have supported you through your life.
KJ, I wanted to ask, your freshman year when you guys won it all, the Elite Eight game against Miami, you were down I think 14 going into the break and then had a dominant second half. You got the defensive stop there. Are you asked or reminded a lot about that heading into halftime, because that's obviously an iconic moment in your career?
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't know that coming into Kansas, defense was going to be my thing and my niche during that freshman year, and so when I have those moments my freshman year, I kind of knew I was going to be in there for defense, and kind of already had my shirt off, ready to get in, and I was just eager and ready to go. And I think these past couple games, that's what I've been reverting to.
KJ, do you have a favorite memory as a Jayhawk?
Probably the national championship in the UConn game for sure.
Why the UConn game? You played really well, but.
Yeah, mostly because that was before my mother's funeral.
And when you kind of look at this team, and obviously Arizona game withstanding, the has mentality shifted before the Big 12 tournament? Like, how do you go in with, okay, you lose Big 12 tournament, you're out. If you lose somebody tournament, you're out. Is it different than the regular season for you?
I mean, yeah, we got 3 seasons before conference, and now you've got the elimination games and conference. You're not truly out of it. Hopefully, we'll get that NCAA tournament bid, but yeah, there's a different mindset. Everybody's back hungry again. Everybody's ready to essentially pay for their lives and try to get to that ultimate goal is Final Four and winning the national championship.
Do you guys pay attention to like the bracketology at all?
Not really. We're gonna fall wherever we're gonna fall. If it's high, if it's a low seed, it's whatever. We're gonna end up playing those high guys no matter what, and we're just ready for it. And I think everybody's pretty eager to show a lot of people wrong.
Okay, let's get to it. Are you, I know there's at least one member of your family who's going to cry. Are you going to follow suit? Do you know how that's gonna go for you yet? How does that feel?
I don't know. I thought I was gonna be a little bit more emotional than I am, but I don't know. It's to be determined. I will try not to. I know my sister and I know my dad's for sure gonna cry. We're all a big emotional family, but if I fall asleep, I hope not. But there's a good 50-50 chance.
Fair. And how about DeJuan? What do you think his emotions will be? And you two are paired, right? Like, you guys will forever be remembered as kind of the leaders these last couple years, and then role players the years before that and all that. To go out with him, what does that feel like, regardless of what's ahead the rest of the season? Is it kind of a special bond you guys will share forever and have right now?
No, for sure. Me and DeJuan are forever interlocked with each other. I think he's been here a little bit longer than me, but our journeys and everything has been the same. That's why everybody kind of interlocks us together as a whole. And me and him are just grateful for it. I wouldn't change the world for a better point guard, and I hope he feels the same. And I think we both feel the same emotions. I feel like we kind of made this place, University of Kansas, we made this who we are. And I think to come end, we're both going to be the same amount as emotions.
Arizona only has 5 losses. They scored 110 the other day. How tough will that be?
I mean, it's gonna be tough. They're a really good team. They're a really high scoring team, and they love to run in transition. I think that's gonna be a good test for us. But they're coming out in Fieldhouse, so especially on a day like senior night, it's gonna be hard for them as well. And I guess we're just gonna see what happens.
Will it be weird playing against Caleb again?
Not really. Well, I didn't really play against him. I was kind of on the side of that in the last couple of seconds, but it's going to be different. I really didn't think I was going to be able to play him again, especially my senior year. So it is weird in that aspect during the transfer portal and extra years.
All right, thanks, KJ.
Thanks, KJ.